Hello and welcome back to Cape Town Stadium on day 3, our final day's coverage of the HSBC Cape Town Sevens here in South Africa. We have been treated to some stunning international sevens rugby so far. We've had bits of everything really in South Africa in the sunshine, from tries to big hits, upsets as well, all in front of a brilliant crowd who've been enjoying the second stop on the men's series, the third for the women, of course, and the first time both men and women have featured together in Cape Town.
Thank you, Hugh. So we move to the other side of the draw in the women's competition, and we start with a North American derby between second seeds USA and fourth seeds Canada. Third time they've met on the series already. USA have had the number on Canada so far. This series met in Dubai last week. Highest ever score for the USA against Canada, 34-10, but of course Canada went on to reach the cup final. USA went out in the semi. Here are the starting lineups for both teams. Ghislaine Landry will lead Canada as ever. Abby Gustaitis with the captain's armband for the USA. USA, of course, Glendale Sevens champions. They lead the standings as they stand. But alongside me, ex-Wales Sevens captain Philippa Tatiet. Always spicy between these two.
It's always such an exciting fixture, and as you said, history may favour Canada, but USA putting that massive score on them last week. So this really could be a tough contest, but littered with superstars throughout the team. This is going to be an exciting game.
Chris Thomas leading out the USA as we go inside the Canada huddle. 2 wins and a loss late to France yesterday, but safely through to the last 8 in shot of a medal here in Cape Town. The USA, same record, 2-1 for them. Just that narrow loss to Australia on day 2. A bronze medal in Dubai, a gold in Glendale. The USA, the big improvers in women's World Rugby Sevens. Amy Perrott from Australia, your referee for this one.
Okay, we're going to go on the big screen.
One of the real stars of USA Sevens rugby, Aliv Kelter, gets us underway in the Cup quarter-final and falling heavily.
Wait, no, it's this. Yellow
Was
card.
Karen Paquin,
Sorry,
and
it's
it'll
here.
be an immediate yellow card for Nicole Heaverland. That's not how they wanted to start.
It's not, and there's nothing malicious in that, but that is the gamble when you do just, you're so focused on the ball, you're running into that contact, but as we know, if you touch a player in the air, you are going to the bin.
So 7-on-6 here, early
Over here, ladies, please.
in the Cup quarter-final.
Okay. Okay, remember,
Teams
yeah.
practice this 6-on-7 defensively,
Thank you. Yep.
and they've got to feed to the scrum here. Aliv Kelter
Crouch.
will do so if they can hold on to possession here. Wind down these 2 minutes. Damage limitation. Strong scrum from Canada though, and Ghislaine Landry came around the side and she's forced the error, and it's a get back for Canada.
Okay.
Yeah, as you mentioned, teams will practice this, and the one thing you want to do is just keep possession, play a little bit deeper, move it edge to edge. Oh, you just see Aliv Kelter, such uncharacteristical
Crouch.
handling error for her there.
Bind. Set.
Ghislaine Landry, so experienced, playing a 35th tournament here. All time in Cape Town. Here she is at first receiver, across to Brittany Benton, and now Bianca Farella can stretch the legs. She equaled Sarah Hirony's all-time appearance record here in Cape Town this weekend.
Yep.
Just 40
Yep.
seconds
Thank you.
left on the sin bin. Can Canada take advantage?
Offside.
They've got a penalty decision for offside as well. The officials have been so hot on line speed this weekend.
Now we're going to play on.
And here come Canada looking for their first try. Into the 22. Landry, that scrum half. Molesky also racks up a 36 event here. Brittany Ben gets the handoff going. Naya Tapper needs to work hard on defence here, but Canada will get their first try.
Happy with grounding?
They're going to have
Have you been touched?
conversation, the officials,
Yeah. Perfect, no worries. Okay. See you, mate.
and we will go upstairs.
Okay, we're just
Interesting.
checking try, no try.
So we see the fight here by Brittany
Sure,
Ben,
no problem.
such strength. Did she stay in? Oh, look at that grounding. A little reverse hand twist there. We're looking for downward pressure and we're looking for in control.
I think she's done brilliantly there. Britt
Amy?
Ben,
Yep.
When you're on the screen, you may award the try.
No, thank you.
try awarded.
Sign back
Canada
on.
strike first against the USA in the Cup quarterfinals.
What skill set. We talk about the offloads, we talk about the fending of players, but here to be able to stay in control of your body and that ball, fully aware of where the try line is. Fantastic handling there by Brittany Ben.
Conversion attempts won't get there, remains 5-0. 4:30 to go, and we're back to 7-on-7.
Yeah.
Long restart from Landry. USA, Christy Kershew has to track all the way back, and it's another decision
Holding.
for Canada at the breakdown. They want to go quickly, they'll have to come back. Karen Paquin
In front of the mark. Mark's back here, you tapped here.
a little too keen. They need to come back to the exact spot where the decision was made.
That's great work on the floor there by Caroline Crosley. Getting that vital steal in this position.
Landry short pass to Farella. Good tackle made by Ilona Ma, and there's a decision for the USA. They needed that. They've been under pressure here. Not much has gone their way so far in this Cup quarterfinal. Need to consolidate. Kelter goes to the sideline. They've medalled in 6 straight events, the USA women's team, all the way back to Sydney.
That's my mark. Yep. Don't close your gap.
So they are very much a team in form. Gustaitis wins it in the middle of the line-out for the USA. Kelter runs into contact. Christy Kershey's there with her. Heveland at scrum half wants it quick. They switch play. Ilona Ma. Good continuity here from the USA women's side, trying to hold on to possession. Now there again. Gustaitis flings it across from Kelter. Here's Tapper. Such a brilliant ball runner, Nia Tapper. But that's gone slightly forward at the breakdown. Has it? No, we play on. And bursting away is Aliv Kelter. That's her 5th try this weekend. And she responds for the Women's Eagles.
Aliv Kelter just scores in every single game. She's such a consistent player. We initially see that good tackle and the ball just bobbles out round the side. Aliv Kelter constantly aware of that short side. We see her so often, she'll snipe around the ruck like that.
She'll attempt to convert her own try. She's made beautiful contact. And she enjoyed that one, Kelter. That's the maximum, and that's the go-ahead score.
I think she enjoyed that one because it looked like it was blatantly missing and then somehow boomerang back in.
Cigna pressure play. Good numbers leading up to that try for Kelter. Now, this is a part of their game they do well. Best restart retention side in the business. The first one didn't go too well. That was the kickoff, led to the yellow card. Nice high kick. Gustaitis on the chase. Can't quite get there on time, and Crosley sets up the breakdown. Here's the try scorer, Ben, to a teammate, Landry. Greenshields, loose pass over the top of Farella. So it's Canada's turn to feel the heat down in their own red zone. Sun shining here down on Cape Town Stadium. Finals day, the HSBC Cape Town Sevens. This, of course, the 3rd round of the women's series. The USA and New Zealand with gold medals so far. Landry brought down with a good carry from Landry. Ben once more. She decides to hold on. Heaverland. Such a good ball carrier. Is Brittany Ben, their leading ball carrier here in Cape Town this weekend. She so often is. Landry just shows some patience. USA making their tackles for now, but a decision goes against them.
Needs to roll first.
Not rolling away.
Yeah, just need a little bit more patience from USA. They had defended a long set, so we see the tackle goes down. She just finds herself momentarily on the other side.
Canada, a sixth place finish in Glendale to open the series. That kick does find touch. And a silver medal in Dubai last week, ahead against the Black Ferns in the gold medal match, and they let it slip. You don't get chances like that very often.
Yeah, it was such a tight encounter, wasn't it? 14-17, New Zealand victors in the end. But I think that Canada will be carrying a little bit of resentment from that. I think they feel that that was their final. They let it slip. They need to make up for it in this game.
Set piece required here. They've done well. Paquin takes it. Here comes Ben on the boil. Brought down by Kelter. That's a fair fight. And another penalty against the USA. They're racking up. Bit of afters on the floor here. It's Ben and Kelter. Well, you'd expect nothing less with the USA up against Canada.
I know where you're coming from. I know. I understand. I know where you're coming from. I'm not going to penalise you, but don't take things into your own hand.
Amy Perrott with a few soothing words.
Okay, so let's have a look here. Kelter has lost her balance there. She's fallen over into the ruck, and that's the reaction that we don't like.
Let's go, time.
You've got to be careful putting your hands in the face of opposition players. Perhaps a little lucky there, Kelter. Not receive a further sanction. Just the penalty. Long pass over the top to Landry. Landry with the wheels, and she gets there. Ghislaine Landry. A captain's try for Canada.
Are you happy with touch?
Well, that's the way to
I might
respond.
just check it anyway because you hit the corner post.
When you get that little bit of confrontation on the floor, can you stay cool, calm, and collected?
Can you hear me?
Amy, we've got you.
Just try yes or no, please.
Sure, have a look now.
So we're looking here to make sure that she stayed in. We've got Chris Thomas there trying all her might to pull her out.
Amy, when you're on the screen, you may award the try.
Yeah, thank you.
Try awarded. Canada's second. Solid first half performance from them.
And here we go. Chris Thomas there. She should have done a bit better than that. You've got to get your body in front. Pulling a player from behind is not as effective. But what a psychological edge now for Canada.
Can't convert her own try, Landry. That one slices off the side of the boot. Canada have the advantage at half-time in the quarterfinal, 10-7 over the USA. Inside the Canada huddle, Cup quarterfinal against the USA. John Tate with a few words. Landry and Ben take over the chat. Some big numbers in this first half. Philippa, the passing 30-7 or to 30-5 against the USA. That's slim pickings for the USA. Hard to get your game going.
Oh, that just sums up possession for me. Canada have been really dominant, and that's what you've got to do against USA. Starve them off the ball.
Landry with a conversation with the referee, Amy Perrott. There was a couple of tasty incidents in that first half. Coming up, New Zealand-England Cup quarterfinal number 4, right after this.
Yep. Yeah, I think they've got 2, don't they? Stop moving! What do you think? No, 1. Okay,
A beautiful sight. Cape Town Stadium in the sunshine. round 3 of the HSBC World Rugby Women's Sevens Series. This is a cup quarter-final, and Canada leading the USA by 10 points to 7. USA suffered an early yellow card right off the kickoff in this quarter-final. Discipline was an issue, conceding the too many penalties, and Canada dominating possession. It's a good run from Alona Ma through the hands of Heaverland. Gastidis to Christy Kershey, one of their real ace cards they could play in this quarter-final. She hasn't had much room to move yet, neither has Kelter. Here she goes. Pixon goes again. Off the deck. Back to Kershey. There's a good offloading. Contact. Kelter. Gastidis. Thomas under pressure. Good line speed from Canada. Gastidis, the captain, is there to help out, but she gets shoved back towards her own try line as well. This is good physical stuff from Canada. Farella going to work now. They really were winding up the intensity in the huddle at half-time, and they've come out here to make defensive plays, but on this occasion, Alev Kelter just has too much footwork, too much power, and that's the go-ahead score for the Eagles. That is what Kelter can do to you.
That is Alev Kelter in fine form. I'm loving the way that the USA maintained possession, just worked it left to right. Just that little stutter start. Fakes one way, gasses it on the outside. That was a long phase of play. Tired bodies defending and tired bodies in attack, but not for Alev Kelter. She is a workhorse. Started every game, pretty much played every minute, and still we are seeing her run in tries like that. Amazing.
She will convert her own try from right in front. So the USA, the 4-point advantage now. How things can quickly change. Yeah, it's a real tough to take for players, isn't it? You work so hard on defense. You're making your tackles, you're making dominant tackles, and it only requires one missed tackle, and they score against you at the other end.
That is the psychological roller coaster of sevens, and now Canada need to shake that off and focus on their attack.
Farella decides to turn the corner, back to Landry. Opportunity for an overlap on the far side. Here's Crossley.
No!
Brought down by Kershey. They work the short side. Charity Williams is out there for the USA. They got another penalty.
Yeah, when you're ready.
Slow to get up is Christy Kershey. Here's Landry again, pulling the strings in midfield. Bianca Farella. Farella firing up for Canada. Opportunity on the short side. Landry has it. Just a loose pass, and they lose the momentum, but it might still work out for Canada. It does so. Brilliant play from Canada. Julia Greenshields picks up the loose ball and fires in another.
Julia Greenshield made an amazing impact against France, and she's doing the same here. You've got to say Charity Williams could have done a little better with that handling, but Julia Greenshield's got to pick up the pieces and make the absolute most of it.
Well, we've had a couple of one-sided quarterfinals so far today, with France and Australia going through without much trouble, but not this one. Cigna pressure play. We'll give you the numbers for the try, but it's a 1-point ball game, folks. 15-14, 2:40 to go. It's hard work out there, and a place in the semi-finals up for grabs.
Yep.
Landry kicks the far side.
There, play on!
Brilliant work from Caroline Crossley to get there and win it for Canada. Just what you want after getting your noses in front. Landry hits and spins Thomas, and Tapper with a double tackle. And another penalty against Canada. Really mounting up against the USA. That's been their Achilles heel here Kaljuvie inside to Farella. Such a handful. Just outside the 22. They've got some numbers on the near side if they can get it clear. But USA get the decision. Amy Perrott, zero tolerance at the breakdown. And their latest attacking foray comes to an end.
Look at that, penalties conceded. Very interesting. At the moment, USA are giving too many away, but there they just managed to force one from Canada. Yeah, Bianca Farelli there just on the wrong side of the ruck.
No surprise that this is such a tight game. The last 4 Cup quarterfinals between these two teams have been decided by 5 points or less. Almost every breakdown, we're getting a penalty decision here.
Yeah, a little bit of fatigue coming in potentially.
USA down by a point, just over a minute left. Ben wrapping up the ball carrier, Gustaitis in at scrum half. Just slowing it down, Kelter to her left. They go the open side. Here's Naya Tapper getting out on the outside of Charity Williams, but that's a fine tackle from Williams, and now Canada get a decision.
Go before you get up. Okay,
what a fantastic tackle there by Charity Williams. Initially, they just got on the outside edge of her. She didn't let it faze her. She turned, she put the burners on, she made the tackle.
Charity Williams out of the Markham Irish Club in Ontario. Part of the bronze medal Canadian team at the Rio Olympic Games. She's come off the bench and made a key play there.
I'm just going to shove you over just a turn.
Because you don't stop Tapper in the first few metres. You don't stop Tapper.
Clever play here by Canada, just winding down the clock. They're taking their time.
15 seconds to go. Gustaitis tried to steal it. Couldn't quite get there. Landry to Ben. Happy just to swing it back into their own 22, but they've got to be careful here. We know how many decisions have been given at the breakdown. They need a counter-ruck. They need something, the USA. They won't get it. Brittany Ben reefs it high into the stands here in Cape Town. And look what it means to Canada to get one over against their near neighbours, the USA. John Tate and the Canada women have put on a fine performance in the quarterfinal. They've beaten the USA and knocks them out of the main draw by 15 points to 14.
Yeah, as you mentioned, the quarterfinals between these two teams are always such an exciting encounter, and today was no different. Tries scored both sides. This very evenly matched in places, but the heart of the Canadians just shone through.
The USA's medal run comes to an end on the series. Canada still alive for the big matches. They're through to the last 4.
And that's the setting that sees our 12 sides finally narrow down to 4. Cup semi-final number 1, France v Australia. These are the teams that'll do battle. I'm Dallin Stanford, joined alongside by former Aussie Sevens sensation, current sensation, former flyer, Tiana Penatani.
It's an exciting matchup here, Dallin. Both of these teams looking to make history and book themselves a spot in the first ever Cup final in the Mother City. Australia, they're not here to waste time. These women are on a mission. They haven't had a taste of victory since Sydney Sevens 2018. But France, they haven't yet beaten Australia on the World Series. A big job to do. They've had 13 semi-final appearances and only progressed through to the Cup final once on the World Series. So much at stake in this semi-final.
And that's how France got here. They were excellent against Russia in the quarters, 31-0, 3-0 in their pool. They're a side that can produce anything. And Australia defeated a brave Fijian side, 38 points to 7, to find their way here in the semi-finals. Dubai last week, they lost to Canada, both sides. Referee for this one, Salika Waniata from New Zealand. Wonderful rugby player herself, and now referee. Superb atmosphere here at the Cape Town Stadium. The southern tip of Africa brings across 12 women's sides, 16 men's teams. and only a few left in the competition for the championship. Australia to kick off from right to left. Finalists in Glendale, Colorado. Looking to see if they can go one further here in Cape Town, South Africa. We're underway. France to receive. Ball comes down to Serafino Kemba. She has been an absolute speed merchant for this French side. To the left they work it. Now they cut back towards the grain. Beautiful hands, they keep it alive. Nice dummy thrown there. They go into the contact with Caroline Drouin. Kemba lurks on the right-hand side. The captain, Fanny Orchers, on the left, but it's first penalty to Australia. They tap and go quickly. Lucas was on it. Captain Shani Williams gets it away to Emma Tonagato. Tonagato can step you. She offers a switch back on the inside there. Elia Green. She gets it back, the Green machine. But a space to operate in midfield for Australia. Green. Finally, players bring her down. Supporters are there. To the left, they work to Tonagato. Tonagato skips the first. Well contained so far, though. Shani Williams, the veteran of the side, rip it across. Ashby and now Shannon Parry. Parry gets the fend working in to help out. There's Cassie Staples. Australia to the far side, looking to see if they can get the opening try in the game. There is Tonagato. Almost skipping free. France sticking their tackles. They're a team that have been brilliant during the pool stages, but have fallen away sometimes during the knockout rounds. And right here, spot tackle comes in there on Shani Williams. Still to the right, it works. It's available. Ashby. Ashby now puts the hammer down. Ashby for the line. Opening try. Cup semi-final #1. Madison Ashby.
A perfect start there from the youngster, Madison Ashby. Saw an opportunity and had way too much pace. Gets herself over for the first 5 points, but it was a misread in defence there from France. Overcommitted at the breakdown, had 3 bodies on the ground. And a team like Australia, well, they'll capitalise on that sort of opportunity. Elia Green on the far side as well, in support of Ashby. But she had too much in the tank there.
Quality face play from Australia. Head coach John Minetti. Side or up 5-0. And that's the Signa pressure play.
We speak about overcoming pressure. That's a tough ask for France. Signa pressure play, 14 passes in total. Not afraid to hold on to the ball. Plenty of ball movement. Australia too good in this instance.
Restart. Goes too long out on the field. France will take possession. 4 to go in the first 7.
Out on the full, so they'll get a tap at halfway. It's the first defensive set for Australia.
Grassano taps and goes. Horta. Opportunity here for France to strike back. Okemba. Powerful runner. France go to the midfield. Awkward pass there for Drouin. Captain aside. When they played in Glendale, and it's been stolen there, and Tonagato has it for Australia. Williams loops around. Shani Williams cuts in. The hard grafter of the side. Ashby, the try scorer. Numbers are plenty on the left. Alicia Lucas is one of them. Gets the cut back. The fend there from Parry. 19 tests for the Aussie 15 side for Parry. As Tonagato. Short ball, the angle. Into a bit of a brick wall called Grassano, and the penalty.
Holding.
France down by 5, 3 to go in the first half. They look to cut through Chloe Powell. Powell skips through. Chloe Powell for the line. Well, I can smell burning rubber, and Powell's responsible.
Tiresome play there from France. Chloe Powell too strong in the end. Tearing through the Australian defence in the midfield. 4 tries in total for the #3 this weekend. Australia, they had them on the back foot. Such a well-worked defensive set to get the steal, and it was just simple missed tackles there. Chloe Powell stays strong in contact, keeps the legs pumping. We've got a match on our hands here, Dallin.
We certainly do. Semi-final #1 is delivering the heat in Cape Town. Conversion Over. 7-5. France take the lead. Line breaks, and Chloe Pell finds herself at number 2.
Such an unsung hero of this French side, Chloe Pell.
David Cortex, the head coach for France, offered us a small smile there. His side took the lead. It's Australia. Possession. Ashby turns it back. Looking to range from close from their own try line. Green on the outside. Oh, the fend from Green is fabulous. 2 players. Sit down on the couch. You can watch me go the distance. Alicia Green. What a score. What a moment in history as well for this Aussie flyer.
Elia Green, she's no doubt the quickest woman in Cape Town this weekend. A clever tactic off the kickoff. France know they're up in points, so they kick it deep, trying to pin Australia in their back half. But when you've got the likes of this woman on screen, on the far edge, 40 metres of space to play with, they don't call her the Green Machine for no reason. Elia Green, too good. Strong chase from Coralie Bertrand, but not enough to stop the powerhouse.
12.
Points machine, it should be called, and there she is, right on top. All-time tries, 1-2-9. Elia Green, you have entertained.
Time on.
Australia bounce up in the lead, 12-7, under a minute to play. A rest for the try scorer, Elia Green, has fresh legs on the field. Okemba can't get that one. Pell, though, gets it. It has been knocked on. The restart, they've lost it.
And they came off the back of some awesome defensive pressure from Shannon Parry. Goes in for a strong hit, forcing the knock-on off the restart. It's exactly what Australia need. Perfect field position here. And they've got the likes of Emma Tonegato in the centres. And Jakaya Whitfeld on that far edge.
Sit.
It's the HSBC Cape Town Sevens. And the women have entertained us here. Day 3 of 3 as they reset that scrum here in the Western Cape of South Africa. Thousands of youngsters, thousands of families have come out. And of course, a few fancy dressed outfits as well.
Sit.
One of the top stops on the HSBC Sevens World Series. It's 12-7, final play of the first half. Ball is out. Looking for a looper. They got Ashby on the outside. Ashby got good speed, but hounded down there by Bertrand. Penalty against France.
No clear release there in the tackle, so Australia will come away with the penalty. They'll set here for a set-piece move. That's good pressure in defence from France to hold that out.
See if they can last till the half. Ashby. Tonegato is missed, and they go the hard line. Parry into the 22. The Aussie Sevens side knocking on the door again. Tonegato. Well handled on that occasion. They're picking going on that side. Whitfeld, and now they're going to go in. Oh, unbelievable stuff. Jakaya Whitfeld, she's the ace up the sleeve for this Aussie side.
Well, she's certainly made her mark on the World Series, Jakaya Whitfeld, the young 18-year-old. What about the vision there to go the blind side? There was not much doing. She only had about 8 metres to play with. It's quite deceiving. Small frame, but plenty of power. She had an outstanding game in their quarterfinal, scored a double, and she scores herself another one leading into half-time.
Her ability to break players is fantastic, and that is the half-time whistle in Cup semi-final #1. It's Australia that lead France by 10 points.
Il y a une fille qui est à la lutte, il faut vraiment que ça resserre au ballon. Parce que dès que ça peut tomber, il y en a une. Là, on laisse la fille, on laisse la défenseuse.
The Australian record broken today by Elia Green. And what a player she is. A world beater. try 129 here in Cape Town, South Africa. Cherry, Tonagato, Kaislik and Paliti follow up there. And she has so much speed. I expect that record will be extended as the tournament progresses. Top 3 on the HSBC Sevens World Series sees us here at semi-final number 1. It's France that trail Australia 17-7. The winner of this will play the winner of Canada v New Zealand up next.
Vantage,
restart retained for France.
Vantage over.
This is exactly what they want. Hands on for Grassano. Grassano has Okemba. Serafino Kemba switches back in.
Backwards.
Ball bounces there lowly. Shannon Izar on the field now, wearing 11. Goes to her captain. Still here for the French. They drift across field to the halfway line. Pell comes in to help out. Early penalty here to France. They tap and go. Fanny Orta, Izar to the far side. Okemba thought about cutting in. Green and gold jerseys in front of her. Grassano with a dummy. Pell comes in to help out. Flick to the ground. Still there. Two unbeaten sides going head to head as the kick is over the top. They're chasers here. Izar. And the race is won by Whitfield.
5 metre.
5 metre scrum. Big moment here. Tiana Penatani, former Aussie Sevens international player.
Yeah, and that's a really clever read there from Shannon Izar. She's outstanding for this French side. Still yet to see her take the line on herself and inject herself more in this game, but that's a big power move. Australia had to carry the ball into the dead ball, and then now that'll give France the feed on a 5 metre scrum.
Canada, New Zealand up next as well. The big hits keep coming here in Southern Africa. It's Australia now under pressure.
Sit.
France.
Ball in, hold yellow, give her some space. Ball's out.
Ball pops up for Grassano. They change direction. Looking for an opening. Good solid tackle. Still there for Camille Grassano. To the right they work it. Izar with a dummy. Shannon Izar goes into Tonagato. Druan picks. Beautiful ball to the captain on the outside. Fanny Orta dives in. France strike first in the second half.
Well, that was bound to happen with a 5 metre scrum. They took the wrong option initially, going to that stacked left-hand side, France. But some crisp passing out in front. Fanny Orta goes over for 5 points. Another real workhorse, an instrumental part of this French success.
Clinical stuff from France, getting themselves back in this game. 17-12. Conversion. Hits the upright. It'll stay a 5-point difference between the two teams. And that's another look at the captain, Fanny Orta. Second French player ever to score 50 tries on the HSBC Sevens World Series. 4 minutes to go in Cup semi-final number 1.
Two blue.
These sides have gone back-to-back. They're in the United Arab Emirates last week in Dubai. And it was Canada that knocked out France in the quarterfinals, and then in the semi-finals knocked out Australia. But it's a different weekend, different results up for grabs. Take on the line there. The foot is out there from Cassie Staples. So France go quickly. Momentum with the French side, and Grassano has a run. Flicks it out to that far side. Oh, big fend as they still go through Grisey. Off the bench, danger player. Quick hands. Now up the middle they go. Wonderful bit of work. Oh, isn't that spicy? It's Nando spicy, and that is Shannon Izar.
We spoke about her moments ago, Shannon Izar. She's got such good attacking awareness. She set up that try that happened moments ago with a cheeky little kick in, but as I said, we were yet to see her take on the line. She spotted an opportunity and far too powerful in contact.
This time the flags go up. And a new leader in the Cup semi-final. It's Les Bleus. The French defend Isa.
Plenty of pressure from the Signa pressure plate. There it is, 5 passes, 5 defenders beaten. You don't see that very often against a strong side like Australia.
Big moments, 1917, France lead. Australia, they have 2.5 minutes to go to get back on the board. Ashby offers the switch. And speaking of pressure,
Knock on.
it seems to be Australia that are making some uncharacteristic errors.
Time off.
They've been nothing but composed so far this weekend, Australia. It is frustrating handling errors, especially. France will look to set up with a split centre field scrum here. They've got the danger of Coralie Bertrand on one side and Grise. She's hard to handle.
This is a French side that have beaten the eventual champions in the last 2 tournaments in the early stages, but not in the knockouts. And here goes Grassano. Grassano into the 22. The time ticks away. Australia need a steal. And they get the penalty.
Back here.
That's a power move there from Elliot Green. Once again, she's been phenomenal this tournament, defensively and in attack. France conceding the last penalty here, starting to tick up 3 penalties in total.
Yes.
Just not able to support the seal there in attack.
Australia inside their 22, a long way to go. Behind the back ball, they look for width to the Aussie 7 side. Oh, that's a wonderful ball. This will be a score. They go on the outside. Rhiannon Byers, that's the thumbs up emoji. She's in. It's coast to coast for Byers and the Aussie Sevens.
What a shift in momentum there from the Aussies. It came from the penalty off the back of hard work at the breakdown from Elliot Green. Simultaneous pass there from Debbie Hayes, looked slightly forward, but the ref said okay, and Rhiannon Byers strolls over and extends a lead for Australia.
Ignore the thumbs up, that's a heart emoji. Australia strike back from their 22, and a wonderful finish from Byers. We're into the last play of Cup semi-final number 1. Australia a lead that is oh so close, 24-19. A try will take us into extra time from France. Canada, New Zealand wait for us after this one. Hello to our global audience tuning in from over 200 countries around the world. Here we go. Talk about pressure. Oh, it's knocked back. It stays with France. They have possession. Big hit from Green. Oh! It's still available though. Grise goes. No, the pass is ruled forward. Elliot Green has saved her side, and they have done it.
The timing of that tackle from Elliot Green. She is like running into a brick wall. I can only imagine how that would have felt.
Full time, Australia win 24-19. They go in to the final in Cape Town. Full-time stats here. France, oh, we're so close. Australia, so strong. We're going to go sideline now and get some reaction with a remarkable victory with Rupert Cox.
Thank you, Dallin. I'm here with Elliot Green. You're in the cup final. How does that feel?
It's very emotional, to be honest, because it's been a while since, we've really had a good shot at this cup final, and to be out there with some of the young girls, that one of them's their first World Series, it's an absolute blessing, and the girls did the job.
Double emotional for you, Elliot. You are now the record try scorer for the Aussie Sevens. You've taken over from your good friend Emily Cherry. She's away having a baby, but well done.
Oh, she's got her baby, which is the best thing in the world for her, and we call her the GOAT. She's one of my best mates in the team, you know. We love it a bit, and really just sharing with the team because they're all team tries.
You're a tight bunch, aren't you? You got one more left in you here today in Cape Town.
I can't wait. We have the big one. Stay tuned, guys. It's going to be exciting.
Congratulations. Go well.
Thank you.